Alright, so once you pull this reveal molding off here, the trim, you have one 8mm there, one here, so that's 3 to take the headlight out, and then you have those 2 as well to get at the edge of the fender. Easiest way to do this is put the socket on the bolt first, and then put your extension through that hole in the hole panel, and voila, there you go. Comes out, nice done. Done. Okay, I will collect my bolts. Helps to have like a little bolt bin or something nice. I use the lip of the radiator because it's usually a safe spot. From here, I will pull the headlight out. I'm going to use both hands so I don't scratch the bumper or anything like that. And then you're going to want to unplug it. There's a plug here, and then there's going to be one on the back side there, or should be, if I recall. Alright, so there's 2 more 8s, one here, and then one over there. Those are accessed underneath the bumper here. Then I pulled the little splash shield out of the way. I got the 3 nuts off. They were 7/16. There's also the harness has a clip right there, so you're going to want to make sure you pry that out so it's loose or free. And then next step is to cut this rivet. I'm going to use these clippers here and hope they do the trick. I did break that splash shield clip, so I guess you're going to want to, I don't know, buy the Amazon kit, make sure they're on deck. There's an 8mm one there. I think that's it. And then I'm going to keep going. 7/16 nut on this. This just holds the harness here, but it bolts to the inside of the fender there in that top hole. So I had to remove it so that way I can get to this bolt, the head of this underneath here. You do not have to do anything with that rivet. The bumper is already indexed for it, so you just got to pull out. So that's what she said. That was my fault. That I thought I had to do more work than normal, which is, again, usually the case. So you just got to pull this harness out of the way, and then I'm going to loosen this. Alright, so pull the splash shield out. You're going to have to take the bolt out for the windshield washer fluid from above. You're going to have to push those 3 harnesses out. Plus there's one thick black connector there, or clip. And then there's one that goes underneath the bottom of the fuse box through the splash shield. And then there's, like I said, there's the one big bolt there, one bolt there. And then you just walk the splash shield out. And so now you can get to the 10mm fender bolt there. You're going to have to pop the harness off its rocker here, so that way it's free. The bumper's loose enough where I can get at that. And then I think I'm going to have just those 2 underneath here in the bottom, and then I think it should come off, plus the hinge. I just got to loosen these 2 10s for the hinge here and pull the shock off the mount. Pulled the harness down, and there is one nut up there, bolt, as you can see right there. So that's going to be your 10 or 7/16 will work up there as well. So I'm going to remove that, and then, like I said, remove the shock. I already removed the 2 bottoms, so it should be ready to come off right after that. Alright, so I ended up having to take the hood off because it has one bolt in the back here under this foam that you can't get to with the hood up and the hinge in the way and blah blah blah. It's also a good time when you remove the hood and your cowl. It's a good time to come in here and clean up all this crap, because this is how your Lincoln gets water inside of it, via these drains. So everything will back up, goes right back in the car like so. So you might want to come in here with the shop vac or your hand and just clean all this crap out. So I will do that here for a minute. Push the stuff through this drain here. Okay. And that is that. So now you can look behind this foam here, which I'm going to probably just end up pulling out like so. Yep. And bam, there is the other 13mm. So grab your 13mm. And of course you're going to need an extension now. So let's make another trip to the garage. Navigate through all your crap. Nope. Yep. Yep. Swap out this and we'll go from there. All right, with that bolt removed, now you can see the fender finally walks off his perch here. But now next thing I'm running into is it looks like all these grounds are attached to this inner fender structure, which this is a serious fender on this car. My God. Do I have to remove the battery tray and stuff? Maybe not. No, it looks like just that bolt. All right, so it looks like we got 2 7s and an 8, where it could all 3 be 8s. So let me work on that now. All right, so you're gonna end up having taken the battery out. So 8 mil to remove the battery hold down, 8 mil, 8 mil, 8 mil. So you remove the 2 grounds and then the battery hold down bracket, and then from there we can finally remove this fender. So as you can see, she's free as a bird, so I don't scratch the bumper. I'm going to end this right now.